All right, you guys, I'm finally back and I have a nice project to work on. I haven't been posting in a long time because I just purchased a new home. The last home I purchased, I couldn't upload no videos. I was always fighting with my HOA. They didn't like my business, they didn't like my bus, they didn't like anything I was doing. It was a bad year for me because of all the stuff I had to deal with HOA, and I wasn't able to keep bringing content for you guys, and I wasn't able to work on anything in my house, and you know, I barely could run my business out of my home. So yeah, I'm in a new home and I'm finally able to start posting again. So what we're working on now is something I've already had for a while, and I've said in the last video that I was going to work on it, never gotten around to it, and it's actually gotten a lot worse over time. So here you go, the 2003 Audi TT. So as of right now, we got some damage right here. One of the garbage men, I had it parked at my sister's house when I was in the process of moving, and one of the garbage men backed into it, and I told him don't worry about it, you know, it is what it is, shit happens. And I got a nice quarter panel dent right here. This is nothing. This is, you know, the light actually still works, but it's just cracked. I actually just replaced those like 2 months ago. They were brand new. Got to replace them again. I got the seat out right here. The interior is trashed. Got a mess back here. So as of right now, in the state that the TT is in, it does turn on and theoretically it could still drive, but it's not driving at the moment because I'll show you why. Let me just show you why. It's one of my junk jacks that I leave outside. All right. So let's see if I can get this. Might have to need some light. So if you can see right there, that power steering pump, that's a power steering pump right there. If you look closely right there, the pulley snapped off. I was driving on the highway and it snapped off, and yep, now I gotta replace it. So I did just get one in the mail today and I am going to replace it. Also, the rubber line that connects right there to the reservoir got chewed up by the belt, so I gotta figure something out on how to, you know, fix that. Only because looking for that rubber hose, I couldn't find any at a junkyard. It's almost impossible to find this car at a junkyard, and trying to order it, every store I was trying to order it from, they were trying to charge $150 to $180 because you could only buy it as a set, the metal return line and the reservoir line. And I didn't need the metal line. I have my metal line and it's perfectly fine, and I just couldn't justify spending $150 to, you know, and upwards for a little rubber line that I could probably just manipulate myself and get it to work. I do know that one problem is that it's actually right here. It has a 90-degree angle, or something like that, close to 90 degree. So actually where it messed up right here is not really 90, I lied, but you see right there, the belt ate into it right there. So that's it right there. I'm gonna try to fix it. Maybe add a pipe in there, cut it, add a pipe, and just put some clamps and get that replaced right now. Well, one thing I forgot to add, the reason why the power steering pump actually broke was because the power steering pump I have on there is not the right one for the Audi TT. So everywhere I was seeing, it was seeing that the Audi TT is actually a whole different power steering pump than any of the other 1.8s out there. And I just didn't believe it. I was like, how is that possible? They Volkswagen builds all these 1.8s and they're all the same, but yet they're different. I get that, but I was just like, I gotta see for myself. So I actually went and bought one from a guy on Marketplace who had one for a I think he had a Golf at the time, and he was selling his power steering pump for like 60 bucks. So I went, I bought it. Or it wasn't even 60 bucks. It was less than that actually. It was 40 bucks. And I paid 60 bucks because I needed a mass airflow sensor and he had one. So 60 bucks for both of them. And I compared them side by side. They were a little different. I pulled the pulley off of my old pump and I added on there onto that power steering pump. And I seen that it was like microscopically off. Like you could barely notice it. Even when I put the belt on, it didn't look like it was wobbling or anything. So, I mean, if you put them side by side, like you could barely, it was like a hairline of a difference. But obviously that hairline of a difference was enough to cause it to snap like that. So that's actually why I did snap. And coming from me now, unless somebody else out there knows how to make it work, I wasn't able to make it work. So all 1.8 power steering pumps do not fit, even if they look like they're really close. So this is the new power steering pump. Mind you guys, the TT does have a lot of other little tiny mechanical issues. I had a coolant leak and I fixed that, and another coolant leak showed up, so I had to fix that, but I could never find it. But honestly, I never really looked really good because this car is not my daily. This car has been a car that has just been used and abused by the whole family. Anytime anybody ever needed a car, anytime any of the nieces or nephews wanted to drive a car, I let them use that because I never really cared about it, you know. And it was almost indestructible. This car was pretty much indestructible. I've had it for years and almost never broke down. I guess I would consider this the first major breakdown. So this is the new pump right here. eBay bought, cheap, probably made in China, I don't know. Has an American, domestic and Japanese for a German vehicle. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get working on this. I'm gonna pull this power steering pump off and get all the components put onto the new one, which really is just the pulley. And let's get it back on and put the battery back into the TT, which obviously is gone, and turn this baby on. Okay, so this is the damage I was dealing with. This rod snapped in the inside, broke the housing, and was twisted like that. Now mind you, I did have this power steering pump working for about 6 months. It actually did last about 6 months. But in that time, that little bit of a difference was just putting pressure and pressure and pressure on the housing until it finally gave out and snapped. I got the new one in, and now I'm just going to trim this piece here, trim this piece there, add a little pipe, and we'll be good to go from there. All right guys, so it's a new day. I wasn't able to finish it last night, but I did get the power steering pump in, and right now I just need to add the serpentine belt because the belt I had last night was the old one and it was stretched out, cut up a little bit. I just tried to get it on just to see if everything was working fine. It would not fit for some reason. I guess it's shrunk in the process. I don't really know how it would do that, but it did not fit. Where is the old one? I must have just got mad and threw it away last night. So yeah, I'm gonna put the new belt on, and then I put the battery back in, fill it up with power steering fluid, and we'll go from there. All right guys, oh, my dog's in here. Say hi, Prince. I just had the battery charging for a little bit. It was taking too long, so I used the jumper pack to jump it, and got the power steering pump on there, and I got it to turn over. Filled up the reservoir, bled it a little bit real quick, and that power steering pump. You can't really see it well. See if I can get a shot from underneath it. That's the new pump. I don't know if I see any leaks. That might be a power steering leak or a water leak. But the point was to get the car operating again so I can move it around. Let me see. Yeah, that's a water leak. So we might have a water pump issue. But the car is movable now. And now I can move it over to my shed where I'll actually start working on it. And I can start working on it, getting the cosmetics taken care of, getting all the other mechanical issues taken care of. All right, guys, that's it for the TT right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe. You can look at my past videos. I do a lot of projects. Like I said, I haven't been able to do a lot of projects because of where I was living before, but I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna start doing a lot more projects. I got a couple things that I'm gonna do. I'm not the people who subscribed for the dirt bike reviews. Expect another one coming. I know I live like a block away from the Kawasaki dealership. I know that they have a 2023 the 2023 lineup coming out, and if the Kawasaki dealership here gets one, something out of the 2023 lineup, then I'm definitely gonna go over there, buy one, drive it around for a little bit, do a review on it, and let you guys know what I think on it. And for all my car guys out there, man, I got plenty of content coming out for cars. I'm gonna restore this whole TT. I'm gonna bring it back to life, have it looking immaculate, hopefully. And for all the mobile tire service people out there, I'm gonna do update videos on my mobile tire shop. It's actually in a bus now, so plenty of updates coming there. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I appreciate the support from the people who have subscribed, and again, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button.